going on, everyone? My name is SiahZ. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys what you should prioritize when modding out your weapons, what mods to focus on, and how you can achieve some insane DPS on any weapon in the game. Without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So the weapon that I'm going to be kind of showing you on how I built and stuff like that is going to be my Enduring Legacy. Now, as you can see, my DPS on this thing is 20,000, which is pretty insane, and I'm going to be showing you what mods I focus on and what I upgrade and stuff like that to achieve this DPS number. So we're going to go ahead and wipe the mods off the weapons, this way we can get a clean slate, and I can kind of go one by one and tell you what I like to prioritize and how we can achieve that insane DPS. So right off the bat, without any of the mods, you can see I'm losing 9.4k DPS, which is pretty insane considering the weapon only does about 12k base DPS. So we're almost doubling the damage that we're doing, close to it. So let's go ahead and get straight into what I like to prioritize. There's three things when I'm modding out my weapon that I like to look for. That is weak point damage, critical hit rate, and critical damage, and firearm attack. So a good way you can filter out a lot of these mods and just find the ones that you want. For example, just say I'm looking for mods with firearm attack. Well, I'm just going to go here, type in firearm attack, and we're going to find all the mods with that keyword search. Another way you can also target filter is if you click the key here, you can see critical attack, skill, power, so you can do it like this way. But if you're trying to find stuff that kind of more, specific, for example, like just say I'm trying to find chill. Well, I can't just go to the keyword search and find chill, so I have to go ahead and search it. So that's a good way that if you're trying to find chill and stuff like that, or specific mods, electric, stuff like that, you can just type it in and it'll bring all of them up. So one of the mods that I'm 100% going to throw on most of my weapons if I have it is action and reaction. This is going to give me a lot of firearm attack, and it's generally, I mean, you can see I have it upgraded a little bit. And it's already giving me 2.7k DPS increase, which is pretty good. So I'm 100% going to run that on most of my weapons. Another mod that I highly advise running on almost all your weapons is rifling and reinforcement. This is just going to give you a flat straight firearm attack boost. Now I don't have this one upgraded because I'm kind of low on necessary materials to upgrade mods right now. 100% I run these two most on 90% of my guns. So these two are just going to boost your DPS. As you can see, we're getting about a 38% increase already, which is kind of crazy. Now another thing you want to look for other than firearm attack is weak point damage. Now most of all enemies in the game are going to have weak points, whether that be their heads or whether that be intercept bosses that actually have weak point parts on their body you can go and break off. Regardless, whenever you kind of do shoot those weak points, this is going to take effect, and almost all the time you're going to be hitting weak points on enemies, so this is always going to be pretty much taking effect and increasing your DPS. So the two mods that I throw on is weak point control and weak point sight. Now weak point sight is going to give you just a flat out increase in weak point damage, and that's going to already add 13% weak point damage. And then if we go weak point control, that's another 11% weak point damage we get already added. So already up to 24% increased weak point damage on top of our 38% increased firearm attack, and that's these three not even upgraded. Now the last thing that I look for other than weak point and firearm is going to be critical damage. Go ahead and search critical hit damage. We can see all the mods are going to give us that tag, and the one I usually run is concentration priority. Now, as you can see, base, this is going to give 45% more firearm critical hit damage, which is insane. I have mine upgraded to 10, and that is 85% more critical hit damage. So I'm at 7.5k DPS increase already, just with these 5 mods on. After we get all the priority ones done, my weak point, the firearm attack, and the critical hit damage, I also grab fire rate. So we're also going to throw marksman on just because it gives us a little bit more firearm attack as well as more critical hit rate, which is just nice. It gets our crit up a little bit, but we're just mainly throwing it on for that firearm attack. Also, what we can do is we can throw on an enhancement. These enhancements are basically going to add like either toxic damage to our attacks, chill, electric, fire, and so on. And what I do basically is whatever enemy type that, whatever element they're going to be weak to is what I'll throw on. For example, if I'm going to be throwing and going against a Devourer, he's weak to electric, so I'm just going to throw an electric here just to do more damage against him. Or if I'm going against Dread Ride, obviously throw on fire because she's a frost boss and she's going to fire, and so on. Now the last two mods I threw on here are Deadeye, gives us more accuracy and a little bit more firearm attack, and then Inside Stabilizer, which again gives us more firearm critical hit rate. Now I will say real quick, as an end note, ultimate mods are going to be a really big DPS boost as well. For example, on my sniper, I'm running strength and first shot, which I'll shoot one, kind of go ahead and reload, and I get that 113% increased firearm attack for one shot. But obviously, these are going to be a little bit harder to get. I would like to run Metal Focus on this because it's a machine gun that has so much ammo, and Metal Focus is just going to stack 20 times. It gives us way more firearm attack. But obviously, I only have it for impact rounds and not for general, so I can't run that mod yet, so I just have to keep farming until I find one with general rounds to throw on. So an end note, those are the kind of things I prioritize to achieve pretty high insane DPS. Obviously, you want to make sure your weapons are as high as level as you can, because that is just going to boost the base DPS on the weapon. And if you want to figure out how you can get any weapon to level 36 and kind of power level it, I have a guide on my YouTube channel called How to Power Level Your Weapon, and that'll teach you basically all the mechanics you need to know about crafting and stuff like that to get your weapons up and to power level your legendaries up to level 36. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any ideas on what I can make more videos on, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer about this video or any of my other videos, or just maybe generally in the game as well, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get to them as fast as I can. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.